I like how everybody fell asleep in Rex's car while he was driving. Left him
When
by himself.
when Rex decided, he was like, you know what? I want this thing to be an airplane.
And then you're telling scary stories like, yeah,
Look,
guys, the
mommy, I
back
could
seat,
fly.
somebody died in the
Are you
back
talking
seat.
about when I jumped the the fit?
Yeah,
God fucking.
that's the greatest story ever.
Oh no. Don't.
Wait,
Oh.
what did he do?
Oh Jesus.
Okay, so
Okay.
Rex used to drive a Honda Fit, right?
Well, yeah,
And
I know that.
we were going to D14 for a it was like a 1 day like mini op, and that was the day that we all vowed never to go to D14 again,
Yep.
until Southern Front, but that's a different story. So we get separated on the way there because I ended up getting pulled over by the same cop that had arrested me a year before for public intoxication, even though I wasn't publicly intoxicated because I was the designated driver for that night.
That's
But I
also a
got
very
arrested
good story.
anyway. Yeah, that's also another good story in it, all in itself. But it was funny because he walked up to the door. Now I had Metalhead and Havoc in the back seat. I had damage in the passenger seat. Meanwhile, half of their guns are just sitting in the back seat in open view
Oh my
of
god.
this cop. And he just walks up and he's like, he sees everything and doesn't say anything. So he's like, license, registration. He looks at my license and he's like, hey, I know you. And I'm just like, fuck, I know you too. And he's like, oh, how did that court case go? And I'm like, they threw the case out because you didn't file a police report. And he's like, huh, ain't that odd?
Ain't
And then
that
proceeded to
odd?
give me a ticket. I apparently was going 70 in a 35, even though I was clearly only going 45 in a 35.
Going 70 in a 35.
Yeah, but
I go
I mean, you can
90
ask
in a
damage. We
super
weren't even
zone.
going that fast. We were going like 40, 45 max.
Well, the funny thing is, like we saw the cop up
Yeah,
ahead. Like,
no,
oh
we saw
man,
him
watch
for
him get
like
pulled
it was
over.
it was a long stretch of road for like 2 miles. You could see the cop just sitting there, and
Oh,
he doesn't light up until we pass. And I knew he was gonna light up the moment I saw him, and we got closer. I was like, "Yep, he's gonna light up. Watch." I think I even said that out loud. He's like, "He's gonna light up," and he did.
like I think Metalhead was like, oh, like don't get pulled over or something like that. And as soon as he said that, the lights went off.
I know he felt so fucking bad afterwards. He was like, "Dude, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said anything." I'm like, "Dude, even if you didn't say anything, he probably would have lit up anyway."
Yeah.
I've had
But yeah, but anyway, I digress. Continuing on with the story. So we got separated. So Rex and the rest of the group, they went their own way. And at one point before we met up on one of the highways we were driving, uh,
The
Rex didn't
Buckies.
see this embankment in front of the road, like in the road where the railroad tracks are, and he was going like, what? How fast were you going, Rex?
I don't think he wants to be a part of the story anymore.
So basically, when I hit it, I was doing about 60 to 75 miles an hour.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And the first thing I heard was one of Pat's friend back in the day. He just wait. Everybody's asleep at this, and they wake up, and I hear one person from the back. Oh, we're gonna die. So we finally hit the ground. It's like poof, everybody's up. They're like, Rex, what the fuck was that? And I'm like,
No, no,
Rex.
no. It's funny because when we got to D14, he told me he was like, dude, I woke up midair, and apparently my wingman just ejected. Oh, he crashed into a mountain. What an idiot. Fucking AI pilots. Anyway, so yeah, he was like, dude, I woke up midair, realized I was about to die, and his last thought was, I should have gone with Shepard.
Oh my
and,
god, that sounds
and,
fucking awesome.
and he was bragging yeah, Rex, like he looks like a really safe driver. Like I'm gonna go enjoy this one. And then you pull
I
it.
proved him wrong that day.
Proved him
Oh,
wrong.
yeah, and Rex later on, he was like, I think on the way back, He was like telling everybody that, oh yeah, this Honda Fit had a dead person in the back seat.
Oh my god.
Oh no, I remember that. I wasn't there,
So-
but I remember the story.
So this story, I got the Honda Fit back in Arizona, right?
Mhm.
And so when I first purchased it from a guy off of
Hopper?
Craigslist.
Oh.
Hop up.
And so the first
Someone's been on Hop Up too much lately.
Yes. First thing that
Shoot, I'm
should have been a red flag was he got out and he was wearing latex white gloves. That was the first red sign.
It was at this moment Rex knew he fucked up.
Yeah, that's basically it.
So, second big clue was we got out, we checked the car, everything looked good, right? I turn on the car and all the radio stations are classical music. I didn't realize how big of a significance this was until later. So
They died
classical
hearing
music, right?
Mozart.
You died hearing.
I think they would be already. I think they were already dead when he put them in the car. Honestly.
Yeah. So later we purchased the car, and then 2 months later I get a phone call from the police of Phoenix, and I'm like, they call me and they say, "Is this the owner of so and so vehicle?" I'm like, "Yeah, this is him." They're like, "We need you to bring it to the station." I'm like, "What for?" And I'm like, they say, "Yeah, it's apparently a part of a murder case."
What?
Mhm. So I bring it there. They tore up my panels, and they found 2 forms of DNA in the back wheel well area.
He
Oh.
ran over
What?
No, he didn't run over somebody. He like murdered them. And he put them in the back of my trunk.
Oh my god, no. No. I hope it was here.
No,
I'm hoping
baby,
it's here.
baby, these are legit human DNA.
Oh my
Yeah. So
Yeah. Rex bought a car from a serial killer.
In Hop Up.
Hop Up.
yeah, they got
The
the
world
guy,
we live in.
They got the guy for life, and then
gloves?
Like life without parole, right?
yeah, life without parole. No, he was in.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, technically, honestly, like if you get a life sentence, I mean, you're in for life, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
He's a
I
free
don't,
man.
I don't know why. I don't know why they say like, oh yeah, life without parole. It's like, dude, he's gonna be there for the rest of his life.
For the rest of his life. yeah.
There's no reason why he should even have like a parole hearing to begin with.
God damn, why did I do